Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's December 21st, Friday morning, and grain markets giving a little bit of a bounce here, short covering rally. I think we'd have to attribute it to there really isn't a lot of news to talk about here today. The demand side of the equation is still weighs heavily on traders' minds, as yesterday's export sales numbers for corn were only 120,000. And the cancellation of 540,000 tons of beans by China after that report came out. And then this past week, total cancellations were 840,000 from China, another 120,000 to unknown. So not a very good export week at all from the demand side of the equation. The Mississippi River situation is improving. The Army Corps of Engineers now say that the level of water could even reach a plus 6 foot by Christmas Day due to the rains that we've seen this last few days and the opening up of some water flow on the Carlisle Lake down in southern Illinois. So those are improvements, and that has caused, even with the weakness that we've seen in futures, we've seen basis also drop as much as 5 cents along the river system here yesterday. News out of Argentina, they reported the planting progress down there. Soybeans 77% complete versus 81% average, and corn 74% complete versus an 83% a year ago number. So still behind, which looks would be expected, but the weather conditions down there are expected to improve over the next 2 weeks. More drying in Argentina. Brazil has got rain, some good coverage, 80% to 85% coverage here the last few days, and another system expected next week. So the key there now that'll be watched closely is weather and temperature. I mean, the temperatures forecasted are 75 to 80 degrees, so nothing extremely hot, just some decent growing conditions in South America. The U.S., we still got to deal with this fiscal cliff situation, and last night the Republican House could not get enough members to win the vote, so they canceled the vote on Plan B, and it looks like with the situation there that certainly the going over the fiscal cliff by the end of the year looks imminent at this point in time. But there's still time to work, and I'm sure the Congress will be back next week to continue working on those negotiations. The livestock trade cutout values there were down in choice, down 149, select up 25. Cash cattle traded as much as $1.50 to $2 higher in Kansas yesterday at 126. The market there in the north was slow simply because of the weather that we've seen in Nebraska, across Nebraska and Iowa, the snowstorm that hit there. So could expect some trade there today at that 126 and to maybe even 127 in the north, as feedlots are holding tough here, especially with the strength that we've seen in the futures market. Pork cutout values were down 64. Of course, movement of livestock yesterday in Iowa and Minnesota was hampered by the snowstorm. Packers seem to have enough hogs around them, and they're satisfied and not willing to bid up going into a short processing week next week. Many of the packers will be closed at least one day for the Christmas holiday. So markets will close early on Monday. They'll close at 12 o'clock at the grain for the Chicago Board of Trade grains. The livestock will close at 12:15 on Monday, and will reopen again livestock at 9:05 Wednesday morning, and 9:30 for the grain markets. The Allendale wake-up call will be on vacation here through January 3rd, so there will not be any wake-up call report at 5 o'clock in the morning until January 3rd. And also, if you need and want to get Allendale's information, we'll still be updating the morning coffee and our regular advisory report. So give us a call, and we'll definitely see that you get that information. If you got any questions, give us a call. Allendale staff wishes everybody a very Merry Christmas and safe and Happy New Year. If you got any questions, give us a call here at 800-262-7538. Thank you. Have a great day.